You're going to explain Teal to us in a non-complicated way, which would be great. Teal is the way they're running the company now, correct?
Specifically, the system we're using today is a system called Holacracy.
Holacracy, right.
We're moving from a system, which is how most corporations are designed, which is about command and control,
So
and
fascist.
try to plan and try to predict and plan, to a system that's more self-organized, self-managed. I think the media has kind of portrayed it as there's just total chaos. There actually is still a hierarchy. But
No, I think they portray it as a crazy cult, but go ahead.
a crazy cult in total chaos is.
Well, that's
so
sort of the definition of
yes.
a crazy cult, but go ahead.
The media tends to focus on the holacracy aspect of it, whereas I'm really focused on the self-organization, self-management part of it. And so I absolutely believe self-organization, self-management is the future. Companies get bigger, they get more bureaucratic, and there's more people to try to convince of something. And so stuff just generally moves slower, and it's not really any one individual's fault. It's just a function of the way it's structured hierarchically and how the typical structure works. So Amazon actually tried acquiring us several years before the actual acquisition.
Many people did, not just Amazon.
And at the time, they wanted to acquire us and integrate us and so on. And so we actually said no right away. And then they came back a few years later and said, okay, we told them that the only way we would even consider the scenario is if we could operate independently, if we can have our own separate culture, and basically we think of them as our equivalent of a board of directors. Amazon understands the value of customers in the long term, and really they're long-term thinkers. And I totally agree, their culture is very different from ours. And if I had to guess, probably most Zappos employees wouldn't do well in an Amazon environment, and vice versa.
What do you do all day? Are you completely useless now?
It's the only way I get interviewed at conferences like this. And so in the old world, I could have technically just walked up to any employee and said, you're fired because I don't like you. Whereas today, like, I definitely cannot, even if I wanted to. And so there's, in terms of my specific, what you're referring to as the CEO role, my authority is actually very limited.
What's the thing that most people misconstrue about you?
I would say because I'm generally introverted and shy, that most people, and this is feedback I hear from other people, that because I don't say a lot if they're around and I don't know them, that they think I don't like them when I'm just shy.
But sometimes you don't like them, right? No, I'm kidding.
If I go to a party and I don't know anyone, then I will probably leave the party very quickly. I mean, the first 3 times we met were pretty awkward.
Yeah, they still are.
Now it's just awkward.
It's awkward.
So.